The DVT Log Viewer is a powerful tool for simulation log analysis. It identifies structured entries, such as UVM messages within the log, and extracts attributes, like the timestamp, file and line, UVM component or message ID. From the ground up, the Log Viewer was built with the performance required for real-life scenarios. It efficiently handles logs that typically reach hundreds of megabytes or even gigabytes without degradation. In this video, we work with a roughly 900 megabyte file. Let's jump to the first message after simulation time starts. Each text section of the log, which matches a message template, is shown as a collapsed entry. On the left side of the log viewer, the annotation ruler displays warning, error, and fatal icons according to the entry severity. Right next to it, the timeline ruler displays the simulation time, with timestamps marking time changes highlighted in bold. Use the scroll bar on the right side of the viewer to easily navigate through the log, for example, to quickly jump to the bottom and inspect the UVM report summary. You can use an intuitive query language to filter or search the log. Let's locate the error revealed by the UVM report summary. You can combine multiple match clauses using Boolean operators, for example, to debug the transactions to a particular control status register address. By the way, you can also do a free text search, for example, to investigate when a watchdog timer was started. For more details about the query language, check the link in the video description. For our next example, let's first clear the filter box to get all the entries of the log, and then use the search box to look for the places where an address key is loaded. Use the arrows to navigate across matches. To provide an effective debugging experience, the Log Viewer integrates with other IDE functionalities. Let's filter only the messages printed by a specific monitor. Next, we double-click on a simulation time from the timeline ruler to set the Waveform Viewer primary cursor. Click on the monitor which invoked the UVM reporting macro to jump to its definition. Or simply click the file name link to jump directly to the UVM reporting macro call. Note how the verification breadcrumb keeps track of the monitor's path in the elaborated hierarchy. Now let's navigate to the virtual interface clocking block and add all its ports to the waveform. In the Waveform Viewer canvas, we right-click to add a secondary cursor where the bus activity we're interested in starts, and then click the Jump to Time in Log Viewer button. This automatically fills in the search box to reveal all the log messages printed between the primary and secondary cursors. Note that the verification hierarchy should be elaborated with the same test and arguments as the simulator invocation that produced the log file. Otherwise, for example, due to differing factory overrides, UVM component instances in the log may not exist in the verification hierarchy. At any time, you can check in the status bar which log file is currently associated with your project. Simply click the button to reveal the viewer. Whenever you open a log file, it is automatically set as the current log for your project, but you can also manually control the current log from the main menu. From the menu, you can also configure the applicable message templates. For example, activate templates according to the tools in use, and even define custom ones tailored to your own message and logging methodology.